Good day, everyone. I'm Thabiseng Maroko, and my group members are Katlego Rahlaga, Elisa Mokoena, Molefe Mawasha, Charlotte Silinda, and we are Group 5. Our presentation is about a discussion on how socio-economic factors impact on learner performance in the classroom, and our topic is lack of parental involvement. And now on our second slide, we have our index. Firstly, we're going to give a description or background to the issues associated with lack of parental involvement. Lack of parental involvement simply means that parents are disengaged or show no interest or little interest to their children's academic life. Lack of parental involvement has a negative impact on their child's education, and this might lead to failure and loss of interest in education. The reason might be that some parents have poor educational background. Lack of communication between parents and the school is also one of the reasons why parents are uninvolved in their children's education. Barriers that promote lack of parental involvement include language differences between parents and staff, work interference, cultural beliefs, and values.
Good day, everyone. I'm Rahlaga Katlego. I'll be talking about how lack of parental involvement impact the learners, how it can prove to be a barrier to their learning, and the effect it may have on their participation in the classroom. Parents unwarily deny learners the right to education by disengaging themselves from the learner's academic performance and holistic development. Parents unwillingly deny this right to learners as they think that taking their children to school and checking their work is the responsibility of the teacher. Whereas in education, for the learner to be educated, it needs the parent and the teacher as well as the community to integrate and help the student to be educated. The child does not see or feel any need to participate in the classroom because they are not motivated by their parents that they should perform well, they should improve on this point. Let me say they should improve their fine motor skills or they should improve their gross motor skills. Then the learner sees no need for them to improve that as they do not foresee the future. The parent or the teacher can be able to see that if the learner is struggling with fine motor skills, then their handwriting will be affected and so on. Lack of logical reasoning and healthy discussion as the learner tends to isolate himself or herself. Low grades and unruly behavior, low vocabulary development, all of these things are displayed in the classroom if the parent is not involved in the learner's work. No interest in completing homeworks or preparing for tests since parents do not check their schoolwork, may drop out of school in the future. As the learners lack interest in completing their work, it is not only the learner's fault or let me say responsibility for them to prepare for the class or or for anything like that. Even the parent has to help the child to be able to concentrate in the classroom and encourage them as well. And then if they lack interest, this could affect them in the future as they may drop out of school. Higher absenteeism. This point right here is the very important and upsetting effect that can happen to a learner. When they are absent in the classroom, they miss out certain lessons and certain developments. Let me say the teacher that day was developing their gross motor and they lack in that. How will the teacher be able to assist So parents need to be involved in their children's schoolwork. Parents guide learners in making right choice and alert them about the responsibility that comes with the rights. Often these responsibilities are overlooked. Parents need to guide their children at all times that for their rude behavior there is a punishment or discipline, or for their rude behavior there will be a consequence that will follow. Teachers are bound by policy not to provide certain needs of the learner, and when the parent is not providing them, it is unlikely for the learners to focus in the classroom and have a brighter future. Certain needs teachers cannot provide for learners, but their parents are there to substitute. And if they're not there to provide that, then it will have a negative impact on that learner. There will be poor communication skills, and the learners will struggle to socialize with students, be it the students or the teacher. The learner will struggle to socialize with others, even in their community. If the child's physiological needs, such as food, social needs like communication, people that they can communicate with, safety needs like freedom from fear and to feel secured at all times are not provided, this can result in the learner having low self-esteem in the classroom and in the community. This was said by McLeod and the others.
Greetings everyone, my name is Elisa Mukwena. I'll be presenting about the role of a teacher to support the learner to improve their performance. As you know, the lack of parental involvement actually affects the child's performance. There's a decrease in the decrease in the grades and actually loss of interest. Then the teacher can improve the behavior of the learner in the classroom by actually supporting the learner, trying to understand the situation, being there for the learner. Then encourage parents meeting and communication. In the parents meeting, it will actually be about how parents should help learners. If other parents see what other parents are doing for their learners, seeing that other parents are involved in their children's education, they will actually be motivated and also be involved. Accept and respect your learners, irrespective of who they are, where they come from. Treat them the same way and accept them. Provide extra learning and mostly incorporate the lessons play. If you see that a certain learner is struggling, a certain learner doesn't have interest in learning, there is high absenteeism or what, just get free time or few minutes, then help the learner. Try to make the learner understand. And then to make the lesson more funny, also the learner can understand more, you can just incorporate it with play, since all know that the children learn best through play. When you're incorporating a lesson with play, it will actually the children actually gain interest. Then establish a culture of evidence and justification in your classroom. Teach your learners actually to accept each other, to be a team. Encourage group work. When the learner is actually, if another learner is lost interest in learning, then is in a group with other members who actually love their studies, that particular learner will actually gain interest, since you will see what other members are doing, and that will motivate him. Mentor and nurture the environment. Build good environment. Let it be environment that is safe, that is inviting for learners, that learners feel safe, that encourages participation of learners, that makes learners to feel free and actually can talk about everything. Then praise the learner for doing good work. Alright. Whenever a learner completed a homework or submitted the classwork in time, actually praise them, uh, motivate them to actually do the same thing in future, to actually love their studies. As a teacher, you need to be patient with the learners, respect them, love them, support them in everything they're going through, teach them skills that will actually help them to be better members of the society.
Resources that are available within the community. We have the community library, enhancing home support for learning and development, respectful partnership between community and school, planned programs such as night games or other events where parents will participate, playing indigenous game, cultural institution, and family field trips.
And now last before least, we now have our summary, which is based on our whole presentation. Lack of parental involvement is identified as one of the socio-economic factors that impact on learner performance in the classroom. Learners whose parents are not involved in their education are negatively impacted. Such learners cannot be ignored. The teacher should play certain roles in ensuring that such learners are provided with support. The community can also help support learners with resources that are available within the community to help them overcome barriers that hinder them from participating in the classroom. The following YouTube videos do add on. And lastly, we now have our bibliography. We thank you.